Sentam. Ni baby yo ya, ni baby yo dum, ni baby ya kakapempe. On na ode to go do kumofon. Antifreja. Ni won ye hu. Nko for hwehwe no hu so won ka bibia la nkyere. Ghana yin da dokra waka. Nya ya funfun yi. On no baba yin edum ya yakase. Na kasa na lempo odimu na asame de so bi utu kohwa nkwa ntu nu nkohwe owu raisa me chemene na ego na ase aya me dade me je me pena name me former president incoming president John Dramani Mahama
Nananum, your daughter Nana Jane hails from this very region, and Commander to be precise. Today, many more women have risen to those heights because Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman was the first to lead the way, the first to show that it can be done, and the first to do it. Professor Nana Jane is a leader who possesses high moral values. She is incorruptible, and all through her service to Ghana has remained committed and remained patriotic. Her inspirational journey and blazing achievements are a testament to the values and excellence that the Central Region embodies. Professor Nana's commitment to higher education was evident in her efforts to complete the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Ho and initiate the work on the University of Environment and Sustainable Development in the Eastern Region. She comes with wisdom, tact, passion, integrity, and decades of experience to the Vice Presidential Office. Her leadership will be instrumental in shaping policies that will drive sustainable development and create opportunities for all Ghanaians and not just a few. I'm not just presenting to you your own daughter, but as you, our elders, say, as the Papa Wofia Oye. I am confident that with her experience, intellect, and passion for education and social justice, she will bring valuable insights and perspectives to our efforts to build the Ghana we want together. Together, let us all support her and work towards achieving our shared vision of building the Ghana we all want together. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Look. What was that in Humawi? Your friend at Japan. So, me pacho, what they capture the year by me. Now, my phone. Men can't assemble in free meeting. Sir, a Japan. Ya say a bushia kubi, a natural. Kwayo mube faswa. Ghana Japan na ebabe di or money or muma, and no massive fontem, and some. A tinipa or throw forward, and I was sign of Oriata. Now, forward, you know, what do I share? The first paragraph. First paragraph.
Okay.
Was say to our future. made up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is being prepared. So, what say a dachi? Any nasitra ye woman, any young kola ni and nan kanswa young wo or mono. Womo at na ye yes, sir, a japadie or minor japadie, a diamaomo. So what do you to me and Maase and Mamesum? Obi says to me now the man no. What the ye japadie, Ghana as japadie dina de ma nasifo. And we are quiet. Now, what say to our foremost king of Oripenny, the progenies spread across this world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. Ye yes sadie wagina dia share of Oripenny and Munyam. Ghana 40. Hey, careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paragraph 5.
Paragraph 5.
Was it currently with Nanado in total control of the whole entity of Ghana? We have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of the essential fabric of the country, in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochimai will be firmly secured and such control both financially and economically that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Ghana for Muntio. Memmo example say this is not a fiction.
A planet.
And it's working. Working. In the forward now, me more baby. What's it? We free 5. Now about 7, paragraph 7.
7, yeah.
What's it? In doing this, we need to be strategic. We will have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Ashanti and other diverse ethnicities or land. This would make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. It will be obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Oforipenny project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral process. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secured in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far, the Ashantis constitute the single most populous ethnic groups in the country. So, it is Ashanti for the young man, and I say, according to Agagan. Paragraph 19 in your kind. Paragraph 9. What's it all do? The Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after the next tenure in 2024. It will be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. Now, with hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to non-account person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover projects. Where a prophecy is here. So being a turn down what church and they say a fiction and you interest anyone or a prophet. I know you're a prophet.
A serious issue.
What say? Ashanti region and that's Ashanti for our MPP party no. Or more prepares on take over from Nana Akufo-Addo. Yeko primaries. Alan Chamantin from Ashanti. Boacha Japo from Ashanti. Adainimo from Ashanti. Akutofiye from Ashanti. Kobna Japan from Ashanti. 5 people. 5. Out of 9 you say you know Mokoye. Kojo Poko is of Abraka 6. Yeah. So so wamu say wamu be bypass Ashanti region. Traditionally, Ashanti region is superb, very strong. Otumfo UK. Yamano kwan ye besoano in the palanquin. Ewo UK. Akwesidano kwakodino. Omama kwa ye besoano. Omu beji a whole street near Group Ketene eyi. ohini bia ni ho betima ko yesa de it is a sadia then let's cut the Ashanti politically it is a betima ya so a yampe obi a wo ye non account person yemfa mano see that man go anko prebi e bia na get hey I'm gonna be back on prebi e bia na get am me but we go ahead preferably a person from the north.
They were
and then me no work as a MPP Frabera over here.
No.
Officially. Almost was it sa prophecy no.
Abem.
Look. Mami
Ghana and yede ewo TV SYZ not the regional capital Tamale demo Kesmi 107.1 FM Pusiga eya wempa sampa wone FM Zeps FM ewo Zebila Sanso and WFM ewo wa Bro Region 90.9 FM ewo Nsoko Sanso and Nsoma FM ewo Nkran Kwanta of regional capital ya go so na 92.5 and Aduni FM so ewo Sankori Volta regional capital Hoyo Global 105.1 FM Sanso and region stations me asani kwemu enelwe ni 179.7 FM ewo Ketekrache Sanso ena KFM ewo Pasa Boom FM ewo Jasikan all in the region of the Republic of Ghana. Yedi eniche ye Western Regional Capital Takradia ye Sharp 106.9 FM and West End 100.3 FM omunyinano Fredmedia live on Power 97.9 FM and TV SYZ in our filling stations here Treasure and we are afana baby Facebook live o share no page no now like now share at the mine our Power 97 and TV SYZ Ghana also on YouTube SYZ broadcast in the United States of America Virginia demo associate FM so and Fire Life Radio and GFM Radio so United Kingdom London omenina Fire Life midi edi Mugabe Maase obetimi afreme Kapa City mana enei eja baba beda eja baba be so many aseda kese edi Moses Clinic and Herbal Center umadawo ma Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Hebron Health International School S Natural Mineral Water also na Muzo Herbal Clinic and Moses Herbal Clinic omunyina dawo ma kan wote chine na Safari Valley Eco Resort etachi ayidi tumedi edi ebrewo madika aka chiro say open na Nebukadnezar wope Idi Amin wo mo sasone se wo hia nanado wo bia de trimo den wo bia onnere Ghana ho wo bia onido onetima se wo hia nanado na so pro bia de trimo den part modefo obofo timodefo na wo sa nanado ho a wo nya bi wo sa nanado ho a wo nya bi wo sa nanado ho a wo nya bi Dieti America asem say krata your friend say ejapade no me de no sembe bremo and my first guest Dr. Louisa Hanabisu Kote is it Kote ho ya metian match remi ya na last one me pese mebo me guest me ni wi anadela edem the heavyweight champion from Ashaman ene asanitano na enkrate kwa mini nyina no ejapade ne Dr. Louisa Hanabisu Trasia ye behwe NDC nyame ya aduma wo koba pro North East wale na lerigo na pandori bongurugu veyo tiasimo ho political party women's organizer last week no one northern region boy juma one northern region ena wasa beti esimu akọ wale ene ni patemu ba omi akuru na wo hwe me ekoso na ye maame prof na jeni poko agima nwa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana okada na di eche na nanum atena kunya ewo fifi mantem Cape Coast na hwe Central Regional House of Chiefs akwa ba omede maye maame awa tu no na no eshi ibede ni na honkomo ewa ha na yɛahwɛ the women's wing ɛwɔ NDC mu deɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ ɛde aboa yɛ nua bɛyɛ sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a campaign 2024 ɛnya ne tiɛ sɛ mago nso di mu tintiman wasɔ ne nua baa ne nsa sɛ let's move together na kyɛ sɛ wɔdɔnko a unity na yɛwɔ no yɛnya ɛwɔ NDC mu ya na enye easy say obi kwa na obi bɛkɔ contest ne ɛbɛwie no na ɔbɛsan afrɛ ne sɛ brane fa ɔdɔm mom na kyɛ sɛ division bia ne baabi a Dr. Louisa Hannah Bisu yɛbɔ wabaso for that afei me sweetheart you say we jam you say me konkon won so dia minim so we jam dada eh mama me broke heart na enei pakuba ko ba dia wo bia wi me tiawo Paul Adomachire me tiawo Kwame Sifakan me tiawo and my junior brother Philip Osebo so obi conform me say the committee me abom ma obi advise yourself we are fine gentleman Sifakan me dey ma yo fi Paul Adomachire dey on white say pre kwa wo dansu we ye dan ya ordinary bi mum ye fo boni ni masa na se wo hwe ye agapade nkrata na sansan twefoi na cha say from 2017 agapade ya wo masese ye betra radio so ye beka bia maba no ye bedi atro ye beko ni sei ye beko ni eyegu se NDC mu take decision say Sifakan show so mon kobi enei according to the Ajapa book no say you put a year and yema together by Gabi baby a token for water and motive for the penny an amount of 1 million cedis has been set aside as monthly payment to these 4 journalists Kwaku Bako, Paul Adomachire, Kwame Sifakan and Philip Osebo. That's as a washer at the end of every month biano. Woman no obia enya sika esombo 250,000 Ghana cedis. Ekani sika no 2.5 billion. That's as a besumi biano. Million taxpayers money no. As a 1244 Paul Adomachire Obi Kwame Sifakan ene Kwaku Bako 2.5 billion ena ekuru account. But Kwadio upon Kroma and journalists. That is according to the Ajapadia Ayakratan, page 27. While our team aims at total dominance of the media architecture, in the nearest future, there is a need to have generally good appeal in the media. To this end, we have observed that the discourse in the media has been generally fruitful. This has not happened by accident. Kwajo Apokuma Enekon has successfully recruited about 80% of top journalists, including some with adversarial tendencies towards us. His weekly covert meetings with them to plan the issues of the week have been exceedingly impactful. The roles of Kwaku Bako, Paul Adomachire, Kwame Sifakan, and Obi of the multimedia cannot be underestimated. This is Ajapo. It is for this reason that Nana nearly sacked Kandapa for delaying this release of their monthly allowance of 1 million Ghana cedis. The youth of this country, we are not way to take us to this far. We are not different from Kenya. The youth of this country, Nanado on Peace FM on the 5th of December 2016. Now on Saturday, the youth of this country, Echomo acquire Araspe here day ebaye. 4 journalists taking 1 million Ghana cedis according to a Japanese book watching a motive for the penny for me a day and then the tiapai. Sure, it's a job for me. Kwame Sibaka no was I a board member our MP National Petroleum Authority. Paul Adomati wa Bako Crawfords. Bonene Dawson. Very young man wa Bako Crawfords. Obi me di yaw. We a young man. Seriously. No. Wemo man bofo way. Yeah, we are $4 million. Adebako a year dialysis. Is it renal unit? Our Kulibu Teaching Hospital. You see, look at their faces. Shame. After every Ghana, the demands uncle for now, according to a Japanese book on page 20. And then one money about you. Not telling you that I'm busy, Mamma on your warm up, mommy. Now, the law at them may, as I'm telling you, do justice to the Japanese book. Share 1 million Ghana citizens. That's just a Obi, medical doctor. Yeah, what take surgery, you be so credit on Casa Ghana. To 2017, Moya calculation in the money. Samantha be a more 250,000 times 12, I say 8 years. No, so much as 7 equal 8 years. Moya calculation the Obi in Kwakodan accounts Muncha Gamma. Tiemo. So mo kwatra NDC for kwatra omo program so a. Et said the Jenesa ehwa abato so. Ono no a we host no osaye panel. Danadam kwatra o ma no kwan asempa o ma no kwan kasa. Obe so na no sa. Obi ka asem ye ntrokwa obi jana manaka. The same thing by NDC for decision mo take you no national executives be bomb ambassador say Samu na Afriki aya kwaku ba ayi sivakan no muko ni show ni so biem ayi very good. We mu nyina we mahu we be mu nyina wasa bebo mo bongarat. Paul Adomoti ni ye me hold the NDC ni be kwa kwatena wase wo kwa akoye. But ni bi so keke na akire. But say ye mbebu na ye wo Ghana ha. Se nanado edi sika contact ebe ma nasemo. Edi ma eye ni ma duty free. Oh, I was here starting your demonstration. Na do the ban woman free duty free ho. E wo terminal 3. Ye fa to ye fa jani ye fa sekan. Oh, sometimes no aya na kasa aya wofo na eye de. Ana ye nimdia eye book eye nyansa na eye de. Na obi sa so kwa me medical gina ba bi e wose me kwa me nkruma no. Jimi fo bi sa. To say the kwa na ye mo de. Say the Kennedy can say no junior no nim die ntia we do not go to that political party na fe ni Matthias. Now what you utia pai. Una o ka che Ghana fo say wo bi o ba krete sa aje kufo ado aban bia no na say nipa no wo ye benifo ba. Ene abia man. It's a social responsibility me at times it can millions maybe GMPs near the abro. And the one me Bama China real. Some phone kwa na mudi wa mainum. Real na mudi some phone wa mainum. Kaka so aso ya ochehini, wa ya ochehini ubetwa dwan. Ade kula minka. Ade kula minka. Double kula minka. Some phone na mudi enough is enough. And it is time so I say ya how many me catch them say enough is enough. Nonsense is too much in this country. I get to Maya nurses here woman me was a funny nurses for woman school since 2004 years ni woman da suit free ye mo badwuma nyai afedi ye beti last week she statement be me ba say ye be recruit 15,000 nurses and midwives ye fi him ye do hin inti sikano mo koje aye ne sikana e se jofo na mo de bre wo according to a Japanese book enye me nam twere mama na ho simeto amra na me ne Dr. Louisa Hanabisu ya ntwetwe enkomo nwie we eyobi ne dofo na ehia yewia Dela Edem ene eye asanita no will do justice to the topics me basisia. welcome back from the commercial break live on TVS WAZET and also on Power 97.9 FM and all our affiliate stations across the country. Dr. Louisa Hannah Bisiu, a national women organizer, the man and this Amonyuko, on our journey of her. Yeah, better and common, yeah, she said, yeah, and this Amonyuko, no, and Mafim. Said yeah, and Yama AC Echo and Raya Mame Prof Nana Genopoko Ajman Sono, saying Enane Penifoko Danedi, Echere Yen Yanoma 150 mantem Nanama Hinfono, saying and also Oka Efa home, Nanado ba, some Nwa Burem, Zemison Nanado dear, when in a bush of one dear jelly bon one dear. Then Janquam Proma started. Na wo de we obesi DBNI obekosa basa kwa baba kwa basa nya de se nanadu handi over power we opempi obe handi eno de opempi obe handi power to obi dok mwakwa ba
yem
bibi abakode
nyame adom na bro meso
ade na wo nyame adom wase de o mami action bi say
no me ma action.
No action today.
No.
Oh, say me no dear. You don't want any chinya na me boy.
To the be a chinya.
Well, so far and right last week now wo eye tamale ye no twetwe nkomo efri ho e ma wo kire adwuma ho die e ho enra so prof na jane opoku agyeman so central region the course of fefe esa be share wo tamale eye jubilee park ene adwuma din amo boy e ho ma bibia successful mo lanche campaign ene ma te sen ye chance enfri women's wing no yanya ntie se yenu ba eye magun so abeka eye team no se ne kure wo mte sen
yomba to me fakanya we so na mama mashofo nyina na mama ndisi amanyuko ne Ghana for asamre ye wo hanmu mo hwehwe de potokasa mo kan change mo hwehwe nsachraye e wo Ghana mamu no mema every good citizen of this nation who desires a true change, you know, memo bibia na women's wing nyamiandom say yababo ho ano
good
ya start adwuma na women and youth say no yeah adwuma ntimachia me youth commander George Opare Ado.
Fantastic.
Exactly, mechiano pa. They've been very supportive of the wing
very.
Because unse yeah man it's a be IT man impokrano yana but youth commander was set a team, IT team purposely for the women's wing. Inti me hianye mani we ya. Last time say mago ekoho. Officer for them to put certain programs together. Inti yes mago oye onemene contest no. Na me invite no say me take charge of the women's wing your campaign task force. Inti she is the coordinator of the campaign.
Fantastic.
And so she's going to sit down with her team, which she's doing already. Na and she's a programs.
Fantastic.
Inti together
baby.
No, that's you know, there can't be a division. There can't be a division. Ebinum sorry, yana mekanse. People don't like strong characters, so people think that they have to put people under their feet. Exactly. There can't be a division. Margot is a fantastic young lady, and me foot soldier. And I think say,
and was our soldier.
Yeah, Masawa American soldier. There's a difference. Yes, my country say we are rougher. We are navy.
One American soldiers and another buy and set you.
Mama the worship number Ben has a Miss Kasana 1 pound tumbra or Kunyano super.
No, turn on to it.
Oh, I bet to. When do some that's so good. A true Mago no ye your coordinator.
Fantastic.
And programs Ayashi Shanene Mano. She goes na oko youth commander
office. What about
office.
your 2 deputies?
My 2 deputies naming are members of the team.
Wow.
Because
Abigail and
yes, NED. Yeah, President Mahama, you know your campaign team coordinator. You know, and your national chairman, you need somebody else to take charge. Fantastic. So that sometimes was some are going to mean direct, you know, so you are not like on your own. Very, very important. And I mean, him said she would do a great job.
And congratulations to you, Margot.
And she's deputy, not deputy, it's only deputy, but the one in charge of operation, Madam Sophia Otabel, your Women's Commissioner for Professional Forum, and I were a rep for women living disability. You were Mami for Stan Nelson, so can as Mami Penini, Mami Kumaminta, she's in charge of 31st rep on. You was somebody. Exactly, and then the cadets and no other persons. And it's a team, a team that is Margot's team. You know, or more the directly the activities of yen wing. You know, Nyame na doma Monday. There's a very high possibility. And when you meeting say we will be doing a retail campaign program, both youth and women together. Remember, the Green Army, the youth, the Green Army. And man is also, we are the Red Army. Yeah, t-shirts red and generally you see me in red. True. So the wing, now let me say this. My special way to not to national, but to my regional women organizers. Me back Ukraine free. Any constituency women, the 16 regions, and the 276 constituencies and about 40,000 branches. They are doing a fantastic job. There was some of these regional women organizers. So to me, could that constituency be 3 days? Not that one. Just to and they look, not a single one.
Good.
Every one of them is working.
Good.
Ashanti region.
Gloria.
But you're disappointed running mate. And she's doing a fantastic job because there's a lot on us at Ashanti region. And money I was in the northern region, Kwahafo region, into other places, and it's in Meko, northeast. Yes, me call Dr. Bawolaya crew.
Okay.
I'm going there. Na Sumaya, a series of programs. I was in the Upper East region. Yes. Just sitting a few months. Na I was in Upper East region, so far. And man, dear charity,
the women's
exactly.
All the 16 regions.
No, they are working. Look, let me say this. I salute them. I salute the women in the NDC. And I want to say something to Yenina so that the boy His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Mimi Dina was so dear, but I was addressed into the former positions in Ukraine, not as a men's organizer, but I was addressed as former appointee.
Date,
22nd May 2024. Okay. Former Deputy Minister, Food and Agriculture, and former Deputy Minister, Works and Housing, and MP Tanosa. In fact, Tanosa. And the Kenyan say, or dying in us. First, your request is I joining the general elections. Say it was of course. No, say, yes, sir, and Yama Wayna. When he say a big retail campaign in various constituencies. But as we continue our quest for victory 2024, it has become imperative that we embark on a retail campaign in our various constituencies to critically engage Ghanaians on economic, social, and political programs that will reset our country. Because once I say reset, Rob said yes, Ghana say Potoya. We need a reset. Say back to factory reset.
Fantastic.
Now if you want to start I say reset our country and propel us to build the Ghana we want together. And he's appealing to us to rededicate your time and resources to support your constituency.
Your constituency.
Your time and resources, yes, to ensure an effective one-on-one and door-to-door campaigning from now till election day in December 2024. Given your qualities, I would love to have each one of you join me, blah, 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 and they were coming, but no. Good. Intimate messages on my phone from some women, almost some your former constituency women organizers, former regional women, former national women organizers, just as President Mahama Atron. Your contribution very important. But each one of you, be NDC ni baby me. I want them in the first place. We shouldn't even ask you to work. I was a who say, "Oh, former constituency women's organizer, former national women's organizer, former branch women organizer. You belong to a constituency." President John Dramani Mahama say, "Everybody rededicate your resources and your time to the constituency where you are." Now, Juma, say you want to form a group and go around the country. The response is no. I've given you a response, and I'm saying it here again. Say, you know, your general secretary say every grouping that does not fall in line with the party structure, no, we a splinter group, and we do not assent to it. And and all the women are matro Sadiana Bremeno. Makachem say it's good that you either a former regional women's organizer, a former constituency women's organizer, a former national women's organizer, a former branch women's organizer. You belong to a constituency. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, redirect your efforts, redirect your resources to the constituency where you belong to. So you are all invited, my sisters and my aunties, everybody's invited, but not to form any group to move to any place, because that will not be allowed. Yeah, ma and Crawford indiscipline and destroy the organizational chat na. Ya 200 day jumano and to pay the letter from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's office. You are also beautiful. Everywhere you are, no, go and see the constituency women's organizer. They introduce you. Maybe I know Nimo. Maybe 10 years ago, na me a constituency women's organizer. 4 years ago, na me a national women's organizer. Now I'm joining into the answer to the group no, is no. My responded, and then the response I make can be so say the women are working. You are invited to come on board. Come on board at your constituency. Help us win the constituency.
Fantastic. Live on TV as well as and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. Here, they free and studio at 37 Abebese Street, Ewosu, Edeto, Obebi, Awubia. Dr. Louisa Hannah BCU, a national women's organizer of the NDC. Only no education come 1-on-1. Ewo studio ha and every Enra. Yakoso Ewo Cape Coast. Nananuma himfo nanama motena kwenya Central Regional House of Chiefs awa 2 ya omodema ye maame Prof na Najino Pokwajman. Very well, as obi akwaye obatan ya oda eye NDC ano de na wo kan fa ho.
Say maame Professor Nana Jeno Pokwajman yen vice president, the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, the vice president who will be accountable for her actions and action. The vice president a co-driver, co-pilot. Na yana meka say Dr. Mahumu Duba Wolaya Miss an insult yatembidiema Ghana mate for so bekanse oye mate a complete insult, because Ghanaian mates me person men can show new mum dinner chinina say Ghanaian mates are accountable, they are responsible. Ghanaian mates omunya passengers omaji passengers sika and they give the right change omunya sika omundi sika, they don't pocket money, and Ghanaian mates make sure say car no more they get the right and they encourage the driver to do work. My driver and if you can Bayama is a co-driver, and you're welcoming no yen said yet. It's a nye bibia who say Sabi ahemfono and we send Munyanke simple Eba Central Region. Abako sema ye tro can we say Central Region yawo all these cases in Central Regions a historical region and my young Ghana. So
I first female vice.
And no maybe can ya bako sema ye tro Ghana not so shas ye fin mantim in Central Region. Our ba wodi kan e Ghana ban monyam for or ben for na Jane Opokuajiman. Sa our ba no modishia no mamunim sentity a pa wonya ye ti mamunim adwuma wa ye ewo ewiase ama oman yi so na munim se oba ongum anim ase enti awa atu nam de gene yadamase na yen de nyina beka ne se oye na famu de nyina so yi afamu de make sure se December 7th no modeshie ni nipa otana che ye President John Dramani Mahama ene ye parliamentary candidates dodo na ewo mfimfim mantem ene baby akabia wo man mu no omuso betimi eweni enti se de magye ne feso no yensoso be ye adwumade nen monyam no ewie peyo ewo central region na once again central region yetimi actual history mama ye president Mugabe Maase the first female vice president so enti ye don na se nye nyina nim se ye maame no de na asem se be ka obi anim se no womanom ye dede ni nyina mantimi ankasa se wo hwe
speech no as compared to
no wo compare to
Mugabe Nkrumah
there be se mo compare professor speech mo compare ni personality ni bibia to MPP for loading bad loading boy ayena pona is an insult to the woman. Because no ni caliber nimpo ye way higher than presidential candidate. Why will you compare him to? Why will you compare her to bad loading boy?
Yes, I will.
But ma mincho say nipa no makofa na MPP for. Say nipa no ono anu gina ho no kan say a finance minister the resources ko keta obey demonstration. Say nipa we. Sani pakranso said the dinzima phone na temba insulting Dr. Kwame because Sam Kwame Nkrumah. Na Sam Kwame say yes we apologize and I'm say what na no ne confirm no apologize. Enti eno ne de yen compare mani nyeye. Baya na metiase so on say yi MPP for presidential candidate no. Na say ya na nkremofo kona no. Ena didi ntrumu nsem no koka say ompe. Almost 8 years. Ena san nipa we ya this bad loose talker whoever he calls himself no bad loading boy no ono no de be share clause 396 me say your clause 666 good say I didn't trumu yenchre ye mani wo school yenchre kindergarten for yenchre 4 years for no mo hwe se obem o se me filise me your ba obo se filise me bema sanse munu napo enunti ena MPP for on presidential candidate na kofa no nya sa be de ne ma no because so akoto no mtu so ompe enti we ene ba be yesa de we dia
ene obi ososo sa de no so enye mo wase bia na oye bi
ene de be ye ni botoma dem yes na sa de a wo mpe no so
se enfa nkyere nkwada
e yo tan se enfa nkyere
nkwada nyina so na bia na ebe
enti so oye Kristo ni oye Muslim ni
at his age no last year na ja you say on ware kura on life moda last year na first time aware
ebia no prepare no near the seat waist position we see amano na say o mo settle one so no na papa no so koto na nimu tue ko so nim so obi obeba abaye enti in short no de me pesa menka nyina ne say NDC woni ma bebre dem
Anyway, Mugabe, please extend my regards to our fantastic and hard-working national women organizer, eagerly waiting for her after GM's visit. Where if Dr. Clement Apak, Member of Parliament for Busa South Constituency in the Upper East Region, Hajia Rabia 2, honestly the need free a year United States of America watching you live. You look good, keep it up. My regards to our fantastic national women organizer, honestly Nidia, what they are no capacity mind. In fact, Hannah Bisu is very beautiful. Tell her Adam Sounds is watching her. When so from Cape Coast, what I say, oh, fe papa na wo boy juma ono so ne dia wode aba no. Mr. Grant Edway free a year Kanishi ono so ne dia was say please can let her Auntie Louisa bra to give me her number. I can send my daily morning breakfast motivational message to her. Mugabe, God bless you and God bless Auntie Hannah too. And also Mr. Grant and Sonedia Wade Abba and very well. Emmanuel Usu morning show Drabasi Jumedi na your producer and a happy birthday to you, Emmanuel Usu. Very well. Now can be afa
Women's Bank President John Dramani Mahama or the Ebre Emma na masa can be biafa youth entrepreneurship program na an apprenticeship program na odeba
good
my mebunu 24-hour economy no bono tofa bofa na uwo mampanyina was okay. There are two things, okay? This is the first time 2 sons of the land of the northern region are contested to be presidents of this country.
Fantastic.
And I say Bako is a curse to the nation and to the region. And Bako is a blessing to the nation and to the region. MP4 candidate, no, Dr. Bawolaya, he's a curse to the nation and to the region. If we say, Okwa manoneno, didn't trumoniamana no musuan, gay and no Timmy Kopeke. And what they say, or the Bible Ghana for. That is a curse. Me a Christian, you call Bible, Koram, and in haram. So we buy a traditional Adempo crown, so a yechiwadi. So he's a curse, the other betchen. Now, President John Dramani Mahama who say, Ambanone, dear man, you maba, Emma, and Mebuno, yen, me QC a copejuma wahon, 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
And you no call yan until I'm see he or yen shrand the Magana, and walk off 24-hour economy, but no say. The shift system, our educational sector na MPP for more diaban. Sa shift system wo year free ho. Na yen nyina ko school 1 enkora ni nyina na chese bibia san quantitatively without compromising the quality of education.
Okay.
Now, what the shift system ne ba business side and on a big creating your mama.
Okay.
And so would you all the benefits, say tax and rebate and the employment beba or same. And you man ebe ye se obi run shifter and a junior matching ye here security.
Okay.
Enti mabunu e man mema wo man wem no so be training mo akọ security agencies no do na na yetimi abo company so pa na we ye no so free honoma metrofo we see apprenticeship program na obeyen mabunu ne won na person nsuati but Tyler Mason electrician painting yeah pamone ma ba ne mema ya register hairdressers ya caterers omomu weave contain smoke ne ne ma ne nyina ye nsa no adwuma adisikaba enti wo say ya register masters ni nyina no for the various associations fit for organizers na you can say most am open your register mo then according to your interest now what this you distribute mo ama various masters no
okay.
So various masters the mam so a fee bia was say abani wuntua abani betua ma na abana sama two se ne ma de besua de onwie ho President John Dramani Mahama aban say obesama model monthly allowance beboa ma watimi afi wo fie Afaka yellow card that the obefa bia now de be de ebekọ adwuma wo wie so a President John Dramani Mahama or say obesama eniema wo hia wo de be start off na Maslog Maslog loan he say no ya de obe hensen said the beya offices no be scattered no be readily accessible amamo no matimi agilo na nuachi no o your bank wadia de wo nyina ne se medof emma ye dos sen mema wo my way and na mre bi on ma no ye ho beton ye no abusua ho tono na community ne ho atono na society ho atono na oman ne ho atono enu nti no ye hunu se ye ni adan ni ensase adbekwa akwaji loans and na ye dwetre nyina as collateral and na ye dwetre ni nyina no and even e-levy when na ye dwetre na hye first na savings and loans in kakranka kwaji ska ba we buy oba be gu indigenous banks ni nyina
GN banks
wa gugu ni nyina GN banks ani edin takunsempo akototo ho wa gu ni nyina nti na ma yapem so abusua pem o man na pem enu nti no say oba ono die obuma o want sa sika say Hanabisi we jikosho pass said the MPP for the koshe sisilada pass there be obepe sika no yes as I say political career was say that he doesn't do oba promote emma economic empowerment of the women enti oba be emma
bank
emma impuntio sika korabia women development bank simple put emma bank na say
so ye be ma honko ho
Dabi medofo eno so boa ma abusua eka bomunim die ntia efrisa wo say wo ne me former kora me former career business obey ho guy say oh one any business but onim say President John Dramani Mahama ba na se wababa beti emati kakra emampuntu si kakra bi amaye and was say from 5 million to 300 million depending what the ejuma yo kasa oba no mo bo no twen ne form e wo bank bi because no so kwakoje ne 1 million o si mi jetre na 35 cedis ana me bo ko 100 cedis no krakra mo enti from nua ma no ene ye ma a mo soso niema wo mapampam e wo mo si apampam so hawkers no wutimi ra bank CB na kokoje bosia de fa ni say Ejwa kese enu nyina branches will be then a man ebe operate na fe waji wu loan no se onim se me former kra se wo ka so ne nye business na President Mahama bank ne ba nye obi an ebe advice o menu abema wo be kona ne na kwa ye adwuma free so ohun se the business no obetimi abiem if se President John Dramani Mahama edisa emati kakra ayi empuntu sika kra bia na ba women's bank aba okoje bosia no ayede odi abiem ne fa so biem ne se ye o memefa wasase enkrata not the collateral nemum wo ne nyuma enkrata be kire so we na me hia enti etimi 1000 cedis no 25000 on we san neman enu achi no enye so okwane akasa okwa was say in see who e wo huni to be 5,000 interest we be 5,000 about for 6,000 and now it's 550 bra and she said the oji ye no embre ne diama no tua sesi kana asafa man
interest bi eni
no obi bisa se enya bank na ebe ye den na nya sika na mbisa o mu se okay mo fa ne se ye President John Dramani Mahama's government on a form of NGO to promote women empowerment in this country na ema ye mpuntu so nkosoro ye friend recycling it is what se sa rubber na ye sesa no form se ye kwakwa recycler me pese mi mbisa wo se sa de kona SAP ne fa so be ne ba so eni nyina ne se mani nyina se me mfa so a menya asoba oba bia wutie me mesro efa so abenyan asoba no se wo kipi na wo tue sika na e kire no mi hia bank ni mpo biem efri se aban na boa mi ama matimi akipi me mfa so enti sa hustle na ba maso e be free so wo mpe we ya na wo peden enti me de make nyina ne se President John Dramani Mahama aban no e ba ma wo oba na wo tie mi samri ene so yo ba bi na wo man we na nye se nya manyo ko me mama promise wo mpa no problem o me pa wo chow wo me to me wo women's bank ho ye magru ne for madwuma no I will not be there
politics say just o MPP we NDC
me pa wo chow enti e ma no me srama it doesn't have to be any kwasa NDC and colors ya bobo manim yo there be dwene wo ho na dwene wo kunu no na dwene wo ma wo ma dachi o mani dachi ni empuntu no na ye ka ne samre na afesu ya sa ka kire wo mo ka kire yen se President Mahama be mfie nan no de ye ka kire mu nyina ne se ye hunu se ni mfie mienu e chen MPP fo mfie nwotwe enti adamase ya pani mfie nan ne sa efi se mfie nan no mfiri so no na Ghana manya mi adum ye din yi na Ghana abusua ye de di yi ni e masuku nsama koyie agriculture nsem said your kind na ni nyina ayede akoyie agriculture service centers odi be mi kua ni krase ni biti semedie mamo menteman mabomu ye maboso ntina Mugabe sorry ana me ma na den rem no ye da ho ye adwuma fisi ye nim se aban papa bi ba awo be ye mamma ye nsu adi yie na de e ka kire mo kase mo mfa tumi ma ye ni nyina ne se asojafwe apresifwe Ghana maye kasa whether you like it or yes President Nanado Saku ditana we declare on the citizens of this nation you better declare counter coup d'etat because you will hand over whether I like it or yes you better about what planning any other thing ya diabuo any man be shia kromfo enti de counter say yem pene ema momfa yen yetika nwananka aban bi ba be boa Ghana ma aban bi ba be boa Ghana mabunu enti say ya wa yo ho mini so be ya kwan obesi school so be bibia na so say agriculture ne niema obebo inputs misrama busuafo me pamocho me ma mutie me pamocho wara de sremu nyina ne se wo de wandwe hu bien enne bosia ye kokodwoma MPP fo ma ne nyina ma me bi o se ono oni ne fie nyina fo nyina MPP fo muntu aba ma NDC da wo gina mu me woni video ho wo se o ka che ni kunu se oto aba bi mo bebo ne dua Osini kunu to aba MPP no anto aba menisia obebu nudua mihia no Kenya asejum enti dia meka kire mu nyina ne se ma yesremara mom yandwene yabusua ho yandwene ma ho yandwene omane ho yandwene kum yanto aba no ye yantuma President John Dramani Mahama oni akora wo ba wo de obeba be na be de akire oba ye koso chance ye sanitary pants amayema obeti ase so afamu bi oba ye ka chance ho kire obeti ase ye kasa ye nufumu ayedu ye pe obi no wanom ye ma ye ntimi nwo obeboa ye na hospital nsam na koso ye ka kire nyina ne se da bi se ono fo hihya wo pe ba obenom ebia na sabi ye we problem obetimi aboa ye hospital nhihye mu yanyima ye ba ye obeti ase ma me Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajeman oba maame oba manwo oba pa misewara President John Dramani Mahama aban na eba no eba ma ema bank eminti ye mebunu no so yenwumo mo be ye 24-hour economy minua ba minu mienu ye benya so mfa so onyankoto aba pa na yenjina pintin na yenkan kire bi no mu se President Mahama say 48 hours His Excellency John Mahama will go more than the 48 hours. We stay awake until you are declared winner of election 2024. Come what may. Me pamcho yadamas.
And I say, your national women organizer of the NDC, Dr. Louisa Hanabisu. Yada yon semeti yo mo ba na sedie de la edemesia hiti a Japadi book no dan nimpe 27 hono wo kai hosa asani tano kofa bai ono so ewa ha. Semeti yo mo yebasisi ya.
But what go ahead, preferably a person from the north. And then many will say MPP Frabera over here. No. Officially. Or once was it some prophecy no. Abem. Look, Mammy Emma. One day. Book ready, Mashada kind power. I said, baby, our first all kinds what you know, members will be baby, enter my church. Okay. We are pa, we be a no be on the media. So, General. Sir, Labadi beaches and semi senate to young any idea. A day. Another Director General of Senate, Dr. Tinkrai, Yenadi. Obi, I'm one who Yenadi. Letter no suit me, said children and boo of Papa. No, yet they may come who America Bassia. On your phone call, I say, Galloway.
Proceed on leave.
Because now he was not in agreement on certain things. Now, share near Ejapadia Eka is talking about Mamima head in answer. Is talking about banking. Banking.
Okay, higher banking.
Banking or much chim, mother. Mother near Bank of Ghana. Biological children. Ghana indigenous banks.
No.
And they were adopted children. Adopted children hona mekono. Absa Eco Bank Yimuni Yaka or Mune adopted. Now, on the adopted Eco Bank. Was it we have two routes of entry into the institution. First is through Senate, which has a seat on the board of EcoBank Ghana by virtue of its shareholding. The seat is occupied by the Director General of Senate. In phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Bosompem Osafo-Maafo, who is a Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on the EcoBank Ghana board. On the EcoBank Ghana board. And now, who is the Director General of Ghana?
Bosompem.
But take his seat in all. You might be sure.
Yamakwaba Ediba TVS was at Tana Power 97.9 FM and there 31st July 2024. Na just nene da etwa eye 2 okra e wokita wonsa bosumi no. Na ejapadie krata no enie. Oche hene na da animu no enie. Ejapadie no enie. Na eneyi menya mranti a omo ho ofemi no oye o madwene mu do. Bako de Dela Edem, heavyweight champion, the whole Ashaman, Ubunidi and the whole Ghana will be any. And ye war Asani Tano, when also the ye can't encroma, Woma, Womo, a believe in encroma, Ninyama, Beye, any power, the more maya, we dimut into me pa, Asani Tano, so ewa, na, Asemo, Kratawi, and Neme woman, ye be do mosuko ene. Ti Ajapade. Fantastic. Say book we na first person who continue radio so who odi book we ho nsembe tudwa. Sana hopes mo ETSM.
Say started 2020. Then one self in mo.
Biaba ko dia sane. Si ayache. Ebisa phone to say madam Nkola no. Danyamiase. Heavyweight champion the Ledem Mwakwaba.
Yeah, me never.
Maybe I will call there. I'm afraid they will say, yeah, my power bonny.
Yamia do me a pa.
In some way,
papa. And that fitted da a son me share a son not our UTV. Our start is already we pen and say, Mumba me copy. It is our book way, men in Neda.
We need a Japadia book. Book way. You're checking the Dutch, you know. Oh. A motive for the president destiny. Now when you say we have when there was any money.
I don't know.
A good father. Oh, was I any money? Na a tratters near there. Yes, distributor. Ah, Boba will me dinner Kobo Mohammed. Was him on Fanchemi, my year Atrano. The president got a form. Wait, dear senior, ask him the king. Was I any money? Yeah, ready.
Since January 2017 to date, i.e. the Kufuor Mahama Bawumia era. That's unforgivable. How do you allow me to withdraw that statement? However, since January 2017 to date, i.e. the Kufuor Mahama Bawumia era. That's unforgivable. How do you allow me to withdraw that statement?
Nella, Mama, bury you.
I was there. See, Yanko Pokasachre, I am Tiasi. Papa will start a campaign with this 74 years. Ojina stage so many Yanko Po you from Ghana for Kasachre Monti. Oh, no from Papa no said, you mean sending this. papa wani ni ye ni bibia kire wasiem papa wani ni bibia wo mo ne ti onyina asere no on bibia adwembolu woni trimu ana de bia adwembolu woni trim bia de oposo ka bia na nyankopɔ yi ne sefine so ene nipa wo na na do de in fact on man wa ye de share nsa ye mistake papa
na wo se we nyina akola nche ye no minority for the statement aba ba se sa enema ni nyina no ho akontabu ene right to information RTI ne yamanime wo mu nyina no wo se de wo mu bia ne wo se Ghana for ye den mu ehu na mo eje all stakeholders to embrace the program as a collective effort na the ekoso eno no nti minority for ese emu hwehwemu no wo se etumi emuda ho Ghana for nyina nti the minority for so the aba eno no. Let's go straight to Ajapa. Menim asane wo de mebesha ase na page be na wo de meko na ye de ka ko page 27 ye hu kwaku ba ko din ho ye hu obi din ho ye hu Paul Adomochi din ho ye hu Siva kan din ho semanti bia no omoje eye 250,000 na century 44 1 million 10 billion and ye che ende ma wo mo eye bosumi bia to be enya 2.5 billion every year month. Asani tano wona de me sha ase na me nko de la ho
oh bia me de always ready nti
my enhwe me time because ene no me pese mu do justice to the topics 11 past a year 5 nti my ma omre bie first segment no for 10 minutes never be na the last room 10 minutes near some second segment mo say me be mo san kopem say baby topic fufu bi ani ho eni ajapade boku no mo nsam ne yeko over to you Asanitano
Muga medase mamefa ko yesu na menchia ahwefo nyina adwuma ko faraba mechia no production team alaji tanko baby a obi amechia na machia agbesi segbefia o wo chia
CEO himself
o wo chia
champion CEO
o chia de lanso afreno na Muga I cannot start without say Mecca the biggest scam ever that this country has ever witnessed. A second time in the offing is this distribution of earth moving equipment. The biggest scam. The same napco adieni bi enomo ye. Na ye hohuru ye mu nkosoro. Sabe Ghana for Jimmy 4 months into election. Sasika we would talk combine harvesters, plowing machines, planters. Now we could go through what. That is what you would have used in turning the economy around. Because more petrol bonus, you wasted the taxpayers' money and bought this equipment to about 261 district or so. It is numbered about 240 something. And I'm Namoga, I'm telling you, say, ye beba betra ha esa kasa mfidie hu ho asem. Womrekura yenya petrol diesel enfangum.
Na say nim de ko so STC.
Womrekura bi mo tutu ye friend say control board na na. Ebe ye waste, I'm telling you. This assembly just say omo park you. Na akwa say fire service.
Edo ma ya lolo.
SNBC asan. You see we Charlie, and same na beka. Na yem ko japade so.
Fantastic.
Once I will my 10 minutes, no some my another time. Who be here say
japade? No kwa na
yes.
Baby o che hine obi a mo fa na him.
Yo, who be here say you best start from the forward.
Fantastic.
Let's say and can say page 1 and 2 no.
Page 1 and 2. Thank you.
Na menkai ahwefo na tiefo say.
Ajapade page 1 and 2. What you gina ne?
Yeah, document that you deal with no. You say alleged document. Ujidi wunji this one tran baby. Na the ye can say this document is not only demonic but a criminal, a fraud, a booker and I say documenter nkrofo atrans ya tro a omo dwen say omo ye papa chengana fo nyina me sha sentiment true say obi biara o ya sentini bia pesa document we di na kenkan regardless of your political affiliation titru asante hene se unya bin kan ya otekokko so me paucho per document we na kenkan no the document seeks to alienate Ashantis.
Wow.
It seeks to downplay the Ashanti power or Ashanti kingdom.
Wow.
Enti anka omo buta nyina ne say yenji party ne famra achem. Now we say me ti preambles na ma start it say 2 minutes cram the back forward. Me ti am yes ahwini. Na me ka say me bank na ha me call JSS Jolu JSS. Wo be ka say in the late 80s to 90s, obi kum nipa wo sehi bekwai. One Kofi Kinto, menka busuafo yaw. Ebedi sehifonya to the point to say up to date. Sa tag ne we ho ntisi post obi kura ko so nkoya dwuma. Nipa no o say sehifo twetwetri. Inti me ba geology SS no in the 80s no na omo frame spare pass. Ya yes sehifo ho nyina na ye frame spare pass. Na mu abusuakuo ketewa bi ewo ochim achim bra mo abo in your quest say mo pese mo eulogize JB Dankwa oh no so sebe ye hu bra bi obebo if you look at history mo pese mo eulogize no abusua ketewa no de efi kese de abeka achimman to the point say na dadonkwa na aba abetra abam anakonwa we so ama a tag say achim mafias ababeto achimfo so ebi ana nya achimfo nyina nipakuo ketewa bi ahemfo monkenkan document we asofofo monkenkan document we mo dinwom muslimifo monkenkan document we mo imam anase sesa udinwom monkenkan na sa document we se wo se wonje ndia is up to you now yamra forward no menia the atiene say na nado dankwa akufo ado ne na busua omo ayo omo adwen say Ghana no eye omo ajapade na nka se omo no omo di Ghana so nanso Kwame Nkrumah ba betra kodwan so no after 1957 no wo ye noma bi ma santefo mom ebebunkan fa achemfo so nanso tete no omo ko wo nyina no omo achemfo ye defeat omo da enti adenti na nka omo ye elite personalities omo na omo sua ade akọ anim na omo ntumi anje independent ama Ghana na kwahwe aba bi tumi beje independent enti wo tan omo de ma Kwame Nkrumah otan omo de ma santeman aba bebu nkama form so ehu document no matwe se ya ye nkasa ye dia betra so aye na nado dan kokufo ado ne de se Ghana ye fagudie ye oil and gas ye financial sector insurance sector bibiara disika ebo Ghana ho bra no se eba na ebedi ye ho enti no no matwe no enti making kakra forward no o say
we pay
page 1
fantastic
from the beginning or say to our future made up of the present and the unborn for whom this will of a nation is being prepared also just say omodachi that is abusuano omomma ayanwu omukropo no omona ye sa will we aye Ghana japade no ye e de atoho ama omo edachi no to us was say to our foremost king of repent the progenies spread across this world for whom and to whom alone this secret document is prepared just say yes a document we edema of repent fie say omodie e free se ya ekoi omo betra abam omo koi enko sise wi ase besei Ghana japade nyina emehwe omo se omo nko no mbeye esika e omo nko a that is the beginning now your back paragraph 2 was say as the heirs of Nana Apimanim Kwaframa Nana Kuntunkunukum and Ofori Pain. Our people were never defeated in the wars of old. We were nobody's subjects. And yet, after 1957, we were made to live in the shadows of the descendants of people who never defeated us in war, while the Asante kingdom was uplifted to put us in the shade. In relatively recent times, the struggles and works of JB Dankwa to restore Ochimman to its original glory were thwarted, but he fought bravely to the end. Now, you see, I say, JB Dankwa, dear Ben, no yeah, nanke ye contribution ye papa Ghana. Yanko history, more was your history. No, go back and check JB Dankwa's history. Yet was so. Was it with the arrival of Nana? We see the rebirth of a second JB Dankwa who has come to the rescue. Memma atiefo ntiase say JB Dankwa ne nyumo bedi wo Ghana wa mobra papa bia ebeboa Ghana. Undermining writing letters to the queen say ye holidays ye independence here. Afa Kwame Nkrumah wa share the tricks na se noma wo ye no say Britain for boa na nka Kwame Nkrumah ye yidi free ho na omumbom eba ebedi wo man so. Na sa noma we ye di bu wo man. Ofi won say fully cognizant that we are currently part of the modern nation of Ghana. the name of which was originally proposed by the illustrious son of Ufuripeni of Ocheman, J.B. Danko. Omoboa. Kwame Nkrumah, before the name Ghana came, now we to Ghana National College, no what to dinner that. And some be independent nankasa. And who told you say J.B. Danko the proposals are it is never true. And from then was say and aware that it is currently made up of other diverse people, we have to assert our old selves and ensure that we no longer continue to live in the shadows of other kings and people whose forebears we defeated in wars. In spite of our tremendous contribution to this Ghana entity, Ochema has not been credited with the appropriate awe and grandeur that we rightly deserve in recent times. Now, more contribution, but that which contribution did you make in helping Ghana to develop? Currently, with Nana in total control of the whole entity of Ghana, we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding heights of the essential fabric of the country, in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years. Now, what the country say, governors na mandatory 8 years. You have 4 years per the constitution. You have the chance to contest twice. It is not mandatory that you contest. You stay on for 8 years, right? Into welcome mandatory 8 years. The sons and daughters of Ocheman would be firmly secured. So purchase after 8 years, they should be firmly secured and such control, both financially and economically, that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Such wicked thinking, such barbaric thinking have been seen our trust our book way. Now, I say, to achieve, we need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers which would guarantee such control in years to come.
Wow.
Meaning,
such
control in years to come, they must have a grip.
Power.
Yes, they should be able to control the economic system
everywhere.
And unfortunately, they have been able to do almost all of them. Almost a oil refinery no more business for in Crawford. Almost see another gas processing plant be and so and Crawford. After the insurance sector, they have taken it. The banking sector, they have taken it. Oil and gas, they have taken it. They waded into the electricity. No, in this book, almost say, because they included some non-action people. And they backfire out of their own greed. And PDS. Plus a Japan, Jersey, Parliament issued it down. All these things are documented. Maybe from what saying, in doing this, we need to be strategic. We would have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Asante and other diverse ethnicities or lands. This would make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. Just say, selecting xenophobia, at least who say so. Exactly. And it would obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Ufuripeni project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral processes. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secure in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far the Asantes constitute the single most populous ethnic group in the country, right? Although the Asante group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana's tenure in 2024, it would be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. I had my mention be Samokaya tape bill here. Our rich Mensa Bonsu, ne voice. And no can say the party must be passed on to non-Akan. Mobekai, Emma Ebeye he, Emma Muye interview ahoro. The non-account comment no ewo ha. Nti we say with hard work we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-account person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover. Nti normal mo ye nyina so mo de not nani bedi anim dia, they will have the power to control that person. Said the beya omunuma money no maye no. Isiko mo wia in some normal Ghana sika ne omo bibia omo ye bibia omo afa no. A be mature under the presidency of the Nordna. No omo apeke no. Nti wo bab down how me ba be wi was say when we have finally captured the command and control sectors of the country for our private use, stupidity, uselessness. For a country, you want to capture it for your private use, depriving the rest of us. We should go and drink blood. You understand? So when they have finished capturing, I will repeat that place. When we have finally captured the command and control sectors of the country for our private use, we would then be in a better position to wield the necessary political and economic muscle to manage the destiny of this country under the reign of the House of Oforipenyi. Right? To be specific, we need to strengthen our efforts to control the mineral resources as well as the electricity and water institutions. You see, maybe I can, but I pity them. I pity the Asante Kingdom. In the sense that, also we can say, so the friends, MPP, Carlos Crowley, Sharp, and John Betwaman. That is the mentality. Meanwhile, you are the people under another Danko Kufuado's tenure of officer. You are short-changing. You are the people who have been deprived of development under another Danko Kufuado. But they make you believe that they have done so much. You go and commission an airport that has not been completed. Now, Moga. So, it is demonic. Very demonic. And we should not allow this to continue. We should not allow the tenure of what they have planned to continue. Okay. We are Santinia, Biewani, book ni yasi enuniye. Na wo kan ye so we are Santinia, abana watu ni bebrebe no, watu egu.
Na me kodo na Adam ho na position microphone ye mame. Na ma inkim kum. What do me copy saying of the Ejapa?
Edikai. Na me say baby a asane Ejape 2. Ehona me dey start. Na the entia me dey start won say what dey make him page 2. Okay. Baby the entia omo yi ba omo ya.
The entia omo yi ba omo.
The entia MPP for yi ba omo.
So the media no so be ka ho.
Me dey be ka ho.
Thank you.
Page 47. Ono enti o say omo chiro book no omo say omo reason there is a rationale behind selecting Bawumia as the flag bearer. Womu mpe alanchiramantin, womu mpe adenimo ne Canada Japan. There is a reason. Tie. Or say although the Asante group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nanat's tenure in 2024, it would be ideal, Tio, if we could work to bypass them in 2024. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle to a non-account person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. Tie, over your plan is say on the first on project be. Na sa project na ba be one private property.
So hotels are
hotels, Senate hotels. Akosombo krobo nya on baji. ECG,
Ghana Gas,
very notable project. They will control the nation. So even if they are in opposition, they will still control government. Now, and project will take over. It is a Okofa Canada Japan ba, and also Okofa Alanchiramantin ba. They will not be able to execute the agenda. And to almost say when we under whose presidency so open not na say not na ni bedi woman nimu under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. That is the reason why they selected Bawumia. So it's not because Bawumia is a Muslim, and I say because Bawumia is competent. It is because that Chim Mafia believes so no by a president here, they will be able to manage and take the project over. Sure, Yanko page 31
of the Ejapadie book.
Ejapadie book.
The Ochihine Dechi.
Page 31. Why make page 31 50. See, the judiciary and government in Ghana. Moga Umuba Abai Umuba Jiru. See.
Page 37.
Page 31.
31.
50. Or say, considering the competitive nature of our work as politicians, there is always a need to be a step ahead against our opponents to secure our interest, dominance, and maintain power in 2020 and the next 20 years. Hey, our focus as a party has always been to position our members and sympathizers as strategic positions. Say a bit much power check. 20 years in the young for and she share very important places. What you MPP bar NDC bar, what would you come woman? Tiabuko. Missy Kofu, mutual book,
very wicked people.
For that, the TV idea, say, I'm not sure yet. Nananum, I presume, say, may I assume, say, they endorse this document and they are executing it. Tie. You know, say, the party has always, our focus as a party has always been to position our members and sympathizers as strategic positions, both in government and in the judiciary, to cover and protect our interests. And to him, Omar Junior said they will appoint more people to the Supreme Court, to Ghana courts, to certain strategic places in Ghana, so that those people will protect their interests. Yababo Krono. Krono de Yababo Abem. Now, so say a book Krono Abem, we are, and I say, Crawford boy, Hobai. One never boy, Hobai. Young packing Nippon Fanko Supreme Court. Young packing Crawford Fanko Court.
Nina will book.
Let me catch your tea. Say, both in government and in strategy and in the judiciary to cover.
Judiciary.
Yes, judiciary to cover and protect our interests. This has served us well. That's why we here in the first term. Has served them well over the period. See, all the appointments made to the Supreme Court, of Appeal, and some of the high courts in Ghana under our government was to promote the MPP agenda to ensure our country never falls in the hands of the NDC in opposition. And see, Nippon or Chu book say, the MPP as the ye say, Yenfa Nippon Fanko Supreme Court, big places. Say ye di bonia, wamba protecti ya cover. Say ye near by moi, sound crofon be control Ghana. She, tie dioka. Or say, according to the recent decision. The recent decision, page 31, who got the third paragraph, or say the recent decision to exclude the use of birth certificate. Who say the birth certificate? Who say the birth certificate call court? Say you fan tuaba. And I'm say yeah, my fan tuaba.
I'm on Facebook live and the BBA to a screen or so.
Or say the recent decision to exclude the use of the birth certificate to prove one's citizenship during the 2020 voter registration exercise is a clear example of the agenda to prevent so many people from registering for this year's election. The agenda is say one birth certificate and register because they didn't want so many people to register and vote them out.
You know that Nana said this in US when he went to meet them prior to the election. Or can't you almost say South Africa, Kenya, any other African countries, or more population is higher than Ghana. Or more voting a percentage of people who vote no. How come say Ghana? Yeah, the order
70 million.
It must be reduced. So that is the thing.
And the book say
it's evil.
Yes, the voter registration exercise is a clear example of the agenda to prevent so many people from registering of this year's election, especially in our opponent strongholds, especially in the NDC strongholds. We had statistics to suggest the negative impact it would have had for us had we allowed it. Into what we say 2020 election. So man nipa the vote birth certificate register and come lusu omo to me execute agenda, especially voter region. It you know share that the passport buy nipa bebre ni passport. Now omo yi driving license ni and only few so that more people will not register or be disenfranchised, and then they'll be able to suppress vote and win. This is the agenda of people.
No, they make media.
They do come media. Mami fa unko media. Ejapade book is say, while our team aims at total dominance of the media, and first and foremost, omo your imagine say you be good media stations. Omo be cassette yen. O show radio station bi a wo show betimi cassette yen, and I say wo mo ni ye ho a.
Yenum no.
Yendum no. Into omo dum 108 radio stations. Yes, 108 radio stations. Omo gu ni nyina. And omo ja the Peace FM, the Dum FM, the UTVs, and omo ja no. Esan say wo mo di omo kasama wo mo. Enti di okai.
Na ye dey go screen so na Japade book be ada.
Page 27, yes.
27 hono and that screen so.
While our team's aims at total dominance of the media architecture in the nearest future, there is the need to have a generally good appeal in the media. To this end, we have observed that the discourse in the media has been generally fruitful. This has not happened by accident. And now to some Kofoka NPP who has some radio so from 2017 to 2020 Kwame Sefa Kain Poladomo Chill o binum ni ade o mo nyina koku ba kuru nyina kasa ye ho adepa o mo nka bone bia mfa ye ho esanse ya ka kire kojo opon nkruma se kojo fa journalist bia wo mo chiri yen ana so mo ya fa na bosumi bia ye mpesika puduo emfa mo wo mo ndi
1 million Ghana cedis obi enya 2.5 billion a month 2.5 billion a month for 4 journalists alleged by this book. And their names are there.
Was it
Kakanda Pakranke, Pamon, so delay?
Yes. I said this did not happen for. I said Kojo Opon Nkrumah has successfully recruited about 80% of top journalists, including some with adversarial tendencies towards us. His weekly covert meetings with them, every week, Kukwem Nicodemously.
To just Kushia and Crophobia, a better argument.
Yes.
And it became.
I mean, I like to be about or Hinebanu program to her. Ebeka say, a friend Cremophobia, you Kokushia vice president. Yamobia 8,000, 80 million. And there were about 300. 300.
As of now, Omaha say, come home. You almost so more obey Jumama Baomian and Yamama.
A software Muslim clerics. Ya from Omo Baku 306. Yamobia 8,000, 80 million each. And so we free
into 2.5 billion or say Tuama Obi Mantibia per the Japade book no Ekana, not just a 1 year be a Ubinya saying.
At about 24 million Ghana cedis. That is almost 24 billion, not 240 billion. 240 billion.
Power change bit my face uncle for no account. No more Juma no more year, any scow munya, any akatua no more year.
Nasa what you Juma media be any salary. It's either 2,000, 3,000, 1,500, 800. That is what it is.
You bet you are
now onya 20, what you mean 24 million, 240 billion. Now account you we have $50,000, $100,000. Media person, we
can Obi me mobo because they be obe answer questions be in future.
What for?
You think we are going to sit down and allow this? Paul, I don't watch them.
The name is the rules of Kekubako. Paul Adumotre. It's who say me no. You have a ya the Paul Adumotre akwa airport board chairman. Airport in a Sikalu flow. And so still on the one TV so defend MPP.
Oh, good evening.
Because the journalist says so free radio no swa, TV no swa. obi ntumi nye ne dwuma no ma no enti se kro no bi koso MPP aban no mu ana aban mu a onno de defend wo mo
onie
Paul
why is that
na dwuma no board chairman wo mu wie no mfa kwa me sefa kai so de ko share baby foforo MPA baby obedi sika kase onno tumi hia A+ e wo ba ka kire A+ se Ghana na utumi tena criticize minister aya baby anka ya bo utu ekunu kwame sefa kawe
or more them.
I have never seen a journalist so hypocritical like this guy. Kwame Sefakai. Me who journalist be he eats and drinks hypocrisy.
Fire him.
He eats and drinks hypocrisy.
He's nobody.
I have never seen a person like him before.
Omba kokra force. Thank for we. Dream omudi o my way omba kokra force.
So Osemi 1 month. So
Osemi say
1 month.
Omba kokra you. Look up
Osemi 1 month. The same
day o my
way 1 month.
And the kwan omudi o my way nam so no. And you're very dangerous.
What fatie? Me say Kwame Sefakai ehia A+ e wo ba.
Che 1 month to aba kokra.
Ka kire A+ say oh criticize journalists, criticize ministers. Say ya brochi anke yabo utueku. Kwame Sefakai.
Ana A+ jano no nam ho.
No jano adam ho. Say me anka won so hie
ko no ba ko first.
Say me anka so hie begu nani so.
Kasa bebe o kan asa asem no ko nduru fie.
Me de obeduru fie ba me so hie begu nani.
Na obeka kire me say eye baabi anka wo nka yayi wa firi wa. Say na ka wo so won trase.
Wo fa tie japade ba ye. The omu ye ni say wo mu gu radio stations so mu tu mu 108
na we makasa
e no mu ka chi okojo oponku ma say ko fa senior journalist no mu defend ye abokuro no ye say o man no ye bibi omu do be ye di no maka ya sem papa o fa he tama ndis wa ba mu no na John Mahama AC 100 and sa 100 and ye fa say e blocks no Kwame Sefakai sorry anopa no asuma ne journalist no akwa ko gira project ne baby ABC no wa interview no say die na ekoso ho it is opese na go na dwiri nyina ne say onko baby na say project na ya wo de egu aba na nimu ase
mambofo a good semoja hoko
today they have appointed them as NPA board member and he sits on radio and all he does he wakata ni and a chrono or boss or ekosu nyina. Listen, so he's a beneficiary of the Japade deal. The Japade deal say Kwame Sefakai, you are a beneficiary. I am speaking to this document. That is in the public domain. Your name has appeared here. I didn't write it.
Page 27.
Page 27. Say you are engaged in fraudulent activities. Here, document that is what is alleged here.
Page 27.
Page 27.
That
you are paid to 250 million 250,000 every month. Written by one of Uriata who I don't know. Obi.
Yetie Esla asemo kokan wasempa.
Nyaka no. Yedi yan ho odi ye moja ye nkra. Yin nyina de bon ho ban. Nana Kufuado leading the vanguard, Dr. Baomiansu tai nechi, ni nyina ansusu ye di echi. Ye mia ya bosom, ya je ye man, ye koso anso age ye man.
Heva no kokano. Heva no kokano dela.
Asempa.
Wana neti wo.
Obi.
Thank you. Mas aba so Savari Valley ko resource men kan chiro say ope baby jojo ho holiday na eja wo free amonene wo ba Ghana bia me kan for more Safari Valley Eco Resort o mu odewo in the eastern region of the Republic of Ghana and you do aso ye ho a wo ye kama ye pa about wildlife experience mu a jata sebo antelopes yo mo ko no mo ba zebra bia obi anu bi hu say environment wo ye kama pa ebia wawari awi ope baby akodi hanimu o birthday bi na edu ha for ni kire Safari Valley Eco Resort for more 0596914394 0596914394 wo fry ebejo so power specialist about hospital semen kan kire hepatitis A B C D yi ni bi na tete wo fatty liver sciatica prostate problem emema no ulcer ana say broken bones wo nua kompono ana fibroid minua ba tutumika for ni kire power specialist about hospital na yentumi emwa wo ma wa yaresa Kumasi free Yasi League asomje kwantempon no so ye ne Jasbo filling station ne di hwani mu nkran so no ye wo kwabenya poko ase CP kwantempon no so takrade ye wanaje estate ye ben anaje MA primary school no frɛ no 0244544422 0244544422 frɛ na ye beje wo so Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center and every one of the Medimosis Garlic capsules the abedja so pebin nom na mo ase de bia blood circulation ebetimi edi eyeni pedua no mafrusa na yi asan aboa boost immune system no ede ama wonu agina wona so brane mema no manom obi awo prostate problem mema no sexual weakness male and female infertility hypertension diabetes sciatica typhoid fever malaria stroke any dental problems nyina no fani nyina kwada Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center adenta barrier obi hu ye ho ye ne PlayStation in the anymore AESL building no inside the Ghana Highways Authority yard or Accra Ministry Sejeko you any school for the deaf and the dish anymore Kumasa Yama Kokoben obi hu ye ewo ho friend 0244068447 0244068447 ofrena ye bejo so na bibia so atimi akonkan e de amount es natural mineral water in super kroje woba eye eswazi broadcast 37 na BBC Street 2 benya dodo na 2 akoton sanso na mekom shop bia no bi wura mu no wobenya bi ewo ho na wo so wotumi atobi akofie nkwada ebe makwan ya omo ebe fi na wotumi atonsu ni bi esi wo es natural mineral water no manya bi anom sana mekanfo Abraham Hills International School Ediamawo school papa ebema obane da chesi ni yie Montessori tete ne edema obano lower and upper primary ni nyina no admission eguso ekoso next academic year no na wo so wanya admission ediama oba starting from September se bia da che obano na brabo betumi esi ni yie boarding facilities bia no edem ya September ya omo starte obabi awo region bia no betumi de obana ba obenya ba bia da kama environment we de ho FE papa furniture media of the Samom Road or say Excel and Shine and any Hebron Hills International School. Amuzu Eba Clinic and the Amuzu Garlic Bitters about the only garlic bitters in Ghana Amuzu Garlic Bitters pebinanum reduce cholesterol free pedianum sansuna ebuama blood circulation ekoye papa reduce high blood pressure and some minimize high sugar level pebinum sebia wanya stroke no wonya bina onoma ebua ye papa pharmacy shop bia wo Ghana half na bia obi wemne heba shop bia no wobenya Amuzu Garlic Bitters ni bi ato 0247 776743 0247 776743 ofra Dr. Amuzu obejo so na so watumi enya edupani bi ato very well yemre no eya ye be na mum no mesan aba na yamamo yes mabe 99 kakra aka ho na afi no ye de wrap up ewo na news for no so aba be take over minim asani nadela enlande right
German
mate nti wo pay saying
we pay 32 paragraph 2
fantastic Ejapade book oya o chehine dey today thank you
ti asema papa the portfolio book no kan
my
achi mafia ne kan say we have to make sure that in the unlikely event that the NDC wins election 2020 that they do not get the chance to appoint more judges to the Supreme Court.
Hey page
32 paragraph 2 say you making sure say you better lose election MPP political party you better lose election
impossible
but you making sure say NDC winner they cannot appoint any person to the to the Supreme Court because you package Supreme Court to all you feeling because so one power na say ya boni bia Supreme Court we on be jeli on be the court but ye package one ye the encro for the go Supreme Court wa they will not be able to do anything. See it okay? Yes. They will not get the chance to appoint more judges to the Supreme
Facebook
to the Supreme Court.
Documents to
the Supreme Court. Our control over the judiciary is important for our protection.
Hey, Ejapade book.
Yes.
Yeah, checking that.
Yes. Even if we were to lose the elections, to prevent such unfortunate situations from occurring, we need to explore all legal avenues to protect our appointees. First, let's pack the Supreme Court. Let pack everywhere.
Which they have
so that when they yes, and they have succeeded. And Nana Akufo-Addo has appointed so far about 16 or so, 15
last week.
Appointed woman. Eti ekwabia baku ne ochiro appointed because he does not want a space where the NDC will come and appoint anybody to the Supreme Court, and he has done it. Yeah, there is nothing in this book that has not been done. They sat down, crafted it, intelligently planned it. It was an evil-minded people within
and
that.
Why is Oche now talking?
At Oche, and we win a picture with you.
Book na fe na ba.
No, we win the deal 2020.
Na question him.
Asani time.
Na question him ni mo ahia no.
We win the picture.
Bibia hia na na.
Book we buy we.
Bibia hia no.
See, mami no see. Now asani ntiaso. I say we need to explore all legal avenues to protect our appointees within the judicial system and find out ways to prevent any new government from making further appointment within the next 10 years.
Hey!
So the NPP, the Akufo-Addo, ne book we amuchiro ma no, and odi eduma say. High Court, Supreme Court, so on the appointment. So that in the next 10 years, NPP minister be out in the court to be a young jail no inti. This is the document that has emboldened the NPP ministers, and they are stealing at will because they are assured. So the Supreme Court will defend them, or the court will protect them. At the end of judgment in a buy. As of today, they are not sleeping. How did it happen? How say after forcing? The judges themselves are also intelligent enough. They know the government is changing. They know.
Asani.
Judges
Asani nyamishia wo.
Oh, because
kofa ba ni nyina papa we. And Dela, I was a week bia no. You did 2 days. Eto na was the agenda. And I'm happy say enyama de da kwema ye be sate akọ regional tour.
Yes.
Yeah, I will lead the team.
Thank you.
We'll go to all the regions, making sure say that document we you be kwa Kumasi 2 weeks our radio so. Ni abo free hoba. Takwa de 2 weeks ni abo free hoba. Ya kwa center 2 weeks ni abo free hoba. Ni aka document we mo sama ya den. Achira Ghana for. Over to you, Minia.
Minia Medase. Say any because ye japade e no mo agye no.
Then you are part of the team.
Yes, so, you call page 25
of the japade book.
Ni aba paragraph 4. Ahead in here, the national situation as regards the media landscape. Was it the media has remained a veritable weapon in shaping public opinion and agenda-setting strategy. We therefore have to wage an even more valiant war in pursuit of our grand scheme to capture and dominate the media landscape. If our overriding ambition is to be realized. In this regard, we have to adopt a multi-pronged approach while making sure that the critical mass of the nation would not connect the rapid media capture with us. What are you know? Or share media no making sure so or more dominating media no said be ya nyina yen kaya na aka ya ndwene ho kropo so mo e no maye media ne sa
tie mo be 2.5 billion me tie me confess es kan one
any dey tie menua
ntie betrem so e do man ni ntie betrem aka no kora ne
was it phase 1 the same page 25 we envisage that the role of Kojo Oponkroma in bracket would continue to be crucial in our quest to dominate the Ghanaian media landscape. He was super when planted around some big weights of the Elsewhere Mills Mahama government. While at Joy FM, his secret recordings from the then ruling government illuminated our discussions and greatly influenced our strategy, which culminated in the landslide victory of 2016. Now, was it no wonder that Gabi made every effort for the young man to be promoted to the office of a substantive information minister. This is more so when we cannot vouch for the credibility and loyalty of Dr. Mustafa Hamid at crucial times. He, Mustafa, was the longest serving spokesperson of Nana, but we were shocked when Nana caught him stealing campaign cash in such critical opposition era where we were suffocating from inadequate resources to prosecute the campaign. Only. Owura Mustafa also pay big kind because of more.
According to the Ajabade,
pay big kind. Now maybe page 34. My and also paragraph 3, 6.0 international relations. Our Russian allies have proven themselves with Operation Magazine. A code magazine a code. Memphis code being the mom when no more rigging election. So that particular aspect is about election rigging. Page 34, 6.0. Into was say our Russian allies have proven themselves with Operation Magazine. We couldn't have made it thus far with the aggressive nature of the opposition without this strategic document. By handing out magazine to the MPP government, we will need to develop a much longer relationship with them. That is the Russians. Even if in the unlikely situation of the party ever going into opposition. However, COP appear to will need to be handled. Having served as the eye of the Russian Federation in our republic, it is very imperative to redevelop relations and try to avert his anger. His refusal to go become ambassador to the Ukraine signals that the Russians still trust him and will be unwilling to deal with the party in the long run without him.
Tomorrow an appointment to Ango.
Yes. Now, what from Papa Bina, your friend, you have Jenny Prigozhin.
Okay.
We are Russian, or only the only person in Putin's life who to me STG coup, our coup closer to Putin and and Putin say my smoke peace pipe. I know Muko smoke here. Papa and do 2 months. One no gene were from Kekra Wakuno. And this is the man that the MPP were meeting. They met in Egypt. Yes, they met in Egypt. They met in Sochi in London. But don't forget, Prigozhin, but he has his technical people there. And per the international relationship, MPP is still dealing with Russia and other countries for election rigging.
Maras, I saw the turn off for your time. Kofa by a Japadia book. Watching in the day Meda the heavyweight champion from Aya Ashama and Mr. Medan as a member of the NDC National Communication Team. Madam Munina as a Mada production team, Kevin Innocent, any King Nicholas, Madam Munina as a Ralph, any Peter, any Timina, Emmanuel Kisi, Yamoso Moboy, cameraman for no Munina, Yakopo Shamu Ye Papa, Paobad and Dominate and Kwema Ochina, Yebeshia, Ochina, historian ebeba ejapade ne besa akum historian openye friend say lawyer yaw anoche frimpon obeba ha ochina nyame adoma Friday yebeshia Dr. Omane Boama e studio ha 1